Anakin. Anakin's gone. I am what remains. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Anakin. For all of it. I am not your failure, Obi-Wan. You didn't kill Anakin Skywalker. I did.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be checking out the Darth Vader Deluxe Special Edition 6-scale figure by Hot Toys from the Kenobi series. This figure, I believe, is the first ever DX Darth Vader. This figure is also one of my most anticipated figures of all time. I got this right from the official store of Hot Toys, and by the way, I also posted a video of the shop a few days ago, and if you're interested, I really recommend you to go check it out. Back to the figure, the box is mainly black in color, which is a common way Hot Toys package their Star Wars figures. The slipcover and sticker at the top right corner indicates that this figure is both deluxe and special edition. We can also see a few official images of the figure which look pretty badass. The standard version only includes the battle damage form of the figure, and the deluxe version has a brand new exchangeable helmet, a new chest plate, as well as an extra light up base. The special edition includes a hologram of the Grand Inquisitor. Also, you can see some warnings and information of the figure at the back of the box. One of my favorite parts of these DX releases is often their art box. Every time I unbox a brand new DX figure, I am always deeply impressed by the amount of effort they put into designing these beautiful arts. From the figure itself to Kenobi and the Inquisitors, also Vader's castle and the Death Star. Everything works together wonderfully. The combination of red and black, which symbolizes the environment on Mustafar as the background color, makes it even better. Removing the art box, what we have left is a decorative foam back cardboard. The style of art on this cardboard is nearly identical to the one on the previous art box. However, the image is a little bit different this time. There are only two figures, which includes Darth Vader himself and his former master Obi-Wan Kenobi. And down there we can also see a scene of Obi-Wan fighting with Darth Vader, which they both raised their lightsaber up to the sky, and it looks pretty badass. Down there we can see Darth Vader, and also the famous line from the show, "Anakin is gone, I'm what remains." And down there it's a brief summarization of Darth Vader in the Kenobi show. So without further ado, let's check the figure himself. Alright, removing this cardboard, we can see down there lies the figure himself, and you can see this is Darth Vader with half of his helmet being tiered by Obi-Wan in the show, and this is a brand new helmet, and this is the hologram of Grand Inquisitor, which is exclusive for the special edition. This is the brand new chest plate, and this is the battle damaged one, and down there we can see a bunch of hands, and that's all. And okay, so now I'm going to take out all of his accessories and show it to you one by one in detail. Alright, here are all of the accessories that came with Darth Vader. As you can see, there are two display bases, which this one is exclusive from the deluxe version. And I believe this seems like a display base from the Death Star, because it looks a bit similar. And it could also light up. It has the light up feature, which I also tried it once before I recorded this video, and it looks very cool, and I'm also going to show it to you later. And this is the Rocky display base, which first appeared in the battle damaged Mark 85, but it's definitely, I think it's definitely usable right here, because it looks definitely identical to the scene on the planet which Obi-Wan and Darth Vader fought on, and in the show. So it looks right. And this is the brand new helmet of Darth Vader, which is also exclusive from the deluxe version. And in order to compare it with the battle damage version, I'll show it to you here. I didn't really take it off from the figure. As you see, this is the comparison. This one is brand new. This is also like, now let's first talk about this one. This helmet, well, it's actually one of my favorites in all. Like, I've watched all of the Star Wars movies, and I've also examined all of Darth Vader's helmets quite closely. I think this one is like my favorite, because it's like a combination of the helmet's appearance from a lot of movies, and I just like it very much. It just looks very beautiful. Everything is like lined perfectly. I mean, I feel like it looks much better than the one from Return of the Jedi, because I feel like its eyes are just way too big, while this one is just perfect, in my opinion. While, okay, let's just show you the one from the battle damaged one. Same time. So this one is also like, this one is like my favorite part of the figure. It just looks so badass, which half of the helmet is cut off. You can see this is Hayden Christensen's appearance, which he like burned down, and his face, skin is just scarred and deformed, and it's being burned down. And it's just, this face is like pale with a lot of red on top of here. It just looks very creepy, but at the same time, it's just so cool. And it's like one of my favorite head sculpts by now. Although it's only half of it, but just look at it. It just looks so cool. And also, there's a feature you could actually move his eyes. He has separate rolling eyeballs, which even makes it cooler, because if you just like change the way the direction where he's looking, you're gonna feel like he's alive. Somehow he's just staring at you. It looks very creepy, but yeah, I love it. And the other parts are just the same as the undamaged brand new helmet. So it's just very cool. And also, you can see on the side here, you can see a lot of dirt and grime, and also these. You can see some blue, even some blue color. Which, yeah, they definitely made the battle damage effect quite well. You can see down here, even right here, you can see some brown parts. And also you can see a little speaker inside. They really made the details well. And just look at it and make you have a closer look at the figure. See, his eyeballs is also just orange, which indicates that he's like Sith yellow. It's called Sith yellow. This looks very cool. About the other parts of the figure, I'll show it to you later. Let's first talk about the rest of the accessories here. All right. So next part we have, oh yes, the chest plate. So I gotta show you the figure again to compare the brand new chest plate with the battle damaged chest plate. So you can see this chest plate is like brand new. You can see the color. These parts are white and gray, and everything is just totally new. Looks very cool. And while this one is like it's being hit, it's being scratched, it's being destroyed. You can see in the show, which Obi-Wan just used his fist to hit it multiple times, so that's how it's destroyed. You can see a lot of dirt and grime. You can see the color, the brushings, and the effect being ripped off, some parts of it just being badly damaged. This looks totally awesome. My opinion, I still feel like the battle damage effects is better, since you know how these looks like, but the battle damage effects really shows the effort Hot Toys put in making these. While these are just very awesome as well, because the amount of details put right here. Just look how cool this helmet is. Alright, next we have the exclusive accessory from the special edition. It's simply a hologram of Grand Inquisitor. We've actually seen a lot of holograms from Star Wars Hot Toys figures before. Last time when I was reviewing the Luke Skywalker figure, we also see a hologram of Moff Gideon's light cruiser. This one, yeah, you can see Grand Inquisitor experience, his bald head, his body, and you can see the projecting effect. see some, yeah, this looks truly awesome. And you can see back here, you can even see, the some details of his appearance. Yeah, it just looks really awesome. And down here it's just a projector, which also looks nice. Next off, I'm gonna show you his lightsaber and blades. So this is like the swooshing effect blade, which is just swooshing around, but it just looks very cool. It's like definitely much heavier than this one, but if you pose them like that, it will also look cool. You can see it's in a transparent color, and it's in a great effect. When you put it, it seems like if you put this on a figure, it seems like he's just swooshing, waving his lightsaber towards someone. You can see this color is actually just, right here it's a bit brighter, and right here it's a bit redder. However, I think overall it's just too pink. I think Hot Toys should make it redder in the future, so that it could look even better. I don't know, but I hope so. It's just way too transparent. And this is Darth Vader's, and this is Darth Vader's. This is the regular appearance of the lightsaber, which is just like a stick, transparent stick. And this one is its lightsaber hilt, which is also awesome. We have two of them actually. This one you could use. This one could light up. You can see the wire here, which connects to this battery, which I'll also show you the light up effect later. But this one is also awesome. There's also a hook here, which you can use it to hang right here, as you can see right here on this little hook. So I think this hook also appears in every single Star Wars figure which has the lightsaber. So also great. You can see Darth Vader's lightsaber. They put a lot of great amount of detail here, although it's just a very small piece. They just nailed this. And these two are Reva's lightsaber, which you see he used these to fight with Reva in the show. It should be originally should be like this, but he broke it into two parts and threw half of it to Reva in order to fight with her. It's very cool. And you can see here, this is like Grand Inquisitor, the lightsaber from Grand Inquisitor. Also looks great. However, you cannot join this together. I don't know why, but it's also very cool. You can pose Darth Vader with that. Also, I've noticed that Reva's lightsaber blade, I'm talking about the blade, it's also slightly shorter than Darth Vader's one. I think it's mostly accurate from the show, and also a great way to distinguish Darth Vader's blade with Reva's blade. Alright, so now I'm going to show you the hands. There's actually a lot of hands. There are actually two extra hands that I didn't include here. It's on, like, it came with Darth Vader. I didn't really take it off. Alright, so here you can see the open palm hand, like that, looks cool. You can see the wrinkles and stuff, although it's like a solid piece, but it looks as if it's made by that leather material, which looks awesome. And right here you can see this is like I think these are like a bit similar. These two are definitely force gesturing hands. Use this to use the force using hands. This is the force gesturing hand, and you use these, for example, to make some poses of him using the force gesture, like raising something by the force, or I don't know. And these, I think these, I made a mistake a while ago. These two are supposed to be used to hold the lightsaber, because apparently you can use it to hold something. He's just doing this pose. Lightsaber holding hands. And alright, so this is also lightsaber holding hand. And this is just a fist. Yeah, this is a fist. And this, I think this is also a force using hand, which it looks a bit similar to the scene in, like in previous movie, like they call it, the Empire Strikes Back, which he uses this to stop hands, to stop Han Solo from shooting and stop his, I don't know. And these two are just, open palm, and this one is also a force gesturing hand. Which looks pretty cool. All these hands are in great detail, and I really appreciate the amount of detail they put. And this is not an accessory that is from the movie. This is actually used to to adjust the direction of his eye, which also came with the Luke Skywalker figure last time. I've already seen that, and yeah, these two are. This is the battery, and this is his lightsaber with the wire, which you can use, which you can light up. As you can see here, these are all there are a lot of wires that came on Darth Vader himself, and you can actually just connect them here and use this. This is USB-C. You can use it to connect to electricity, and you could all of these, like these parts, the chest plate, these two parts, and including the lightsaber, they could all light up, which I also tried a while ago, and they just looked really awesome. Alright, so that's all for the accessories. Now I'm going to show you show you some closer looks of Darth Vader himself, some details. So I've already showed you the detail of his helmet a while ago. It just looks really badass. And this is his chest plate, which also looks very shiny. It's also great. You can actually take it off, and this place is connected to this, but it's actually, you can articulate a little bit. I thought of this when you move his arms. This can articulate in order to make sure his arms can move higher up there. Although I don't think it's necessary to make him raise this high, but still, it makes his articulation a lot better. So this is a great thing to do for this. It wouldn't really have such a large impact when right here. You wouldn't really know that you can move so very much up there. And down here you can see this is his chest plate, which I already showed you, and he actually has two of these. He actually has two of these cloaks, which looks great. And these are all leather, but it seems like they are made of these are all pleather, but they seem to be leather. They made it look like as if they were made by leather, but they're actually not. I hope in the future they will make it leather, because if it's leather, in some wet environments or wet places, or which there is like too much water, or it's too wet in the air, they might be damaged. Like after time, they might just decay, or I don't know. And down here you can see these are his plates on his knees, which also look fantastic. You can see they're also shiny, just like his chest plate. And you can also, I forgot to mention, you can actually take this piece and this piece off, just like that. And also it's easy to place it back here. And this looks very cool. It's very easy to move it around. And down here is his boots. Boots are also in great shape. See here, it can articulate pretty well. And on the back here, I forgot to show you his cloak on the back. You can see there's actually two sides. On top of here, you can see a collar, a pleather collar, which looks great. And it's also pure knowing. There's also a chain right here, although it's not made by metal. It's just made by some rubber materials. And back here, you can see this is actually the battle damaged version of his, like that. Which in the movie you will notice that Obi-Wan used his lightsaber to slash right here and damaged it. But if you want to make this disappear, you can use the other side, which is just totally clean, and you can use it on the undamaged version of Darth Vader if you want. And like, I mean, this is just huge. This cloak, it's like so big. You can see there's just a very large piece of. It's made by fabric or something like that, but it's very stretchable. And I like it pretty much. All right, so now I'll just show you his articulations. So with his head, there's not really much to say. It's not that big. You can spin it around. I'm not sure how big it is because I don't really dare moving it in such big angles because I'm afraid I'll damage it. But his arms, you could raise it up here. It's like approximately 90 or a bit higher because of this. Thanks for this chest plate, which could articulate a little bit. And for his hands, you can move it around 360. And for his body. The twist his body, you could front like that, back like this, only a little bit. Torso could spin around a little bit, but not much. And his legs could move way up here, but because of this piece, so this greatly restricted his the articulation of his legs. About down here, it could articulate. It could really up here, and it could kick like this. It's not really that much, but still, I think that's enough for his boots. Well, there's a very, it could articulate very freely, and I like this part pretty much. Alright, so that's pretty much all about his articulation. I like the accessories and the figure himself, the details of the figure, and also the articulation. Now I'm gonna do a few poses of this figure. I'm gonna show you his complete battle damage form, and also his brand new form, his like undamaged form, and also do a few poses with him on both of these display bases, and I'm going to show you some, like, how cool he is. Alright, here's a pose of Darth Vader, which I personally consider very cool. It's Darth Vader in his undamaged form, holding his lightsaber and raising his fist. Seems like he's using the Force to grab something or to hold something up in the air, or perhaps to Force choke someone. I don't know, but it's just very cool. And also, I turn on all the light functions on his body and his chest plate and on side down here on his belt, and also the one on the light function down there on his display base. So in order to show you the effects better, I'm gonna turn all the lights off, and as you can see, he looks even cooler this way. He looks even more terrifying to stay, because I mean, it seems like he's in a hallway and he's about to murder the rebels, and yeah, it just looks very, very cool. And now let's see if we can. Okay, now let's turn off the lights down there in the display base, and now you can only see the lights of Darth Vader himself. And also discover that good thing here is that you can make him there's a function here that you can actually turn on all the lights only aside from the one on his chest plate, so that seems like he turned off the lights on his chest plate. He's in a hallway. Only the lights on his belts are shining, and also you can see of course the light on his lightsaber. This means, like, I remember back in the scene when he was in the hallway, he didn't really turn on the light on his on chest plate. So I don't know. I mean, that's just the point to show that. But now let's just turn everything off. But yeah, despite the fact that it's just so cool, I still found an issue that bothered me quite a lot. It's from his lightsaber. I discovered that when you turn it on, the top part here and also here is very bright, but down here it doesn't seem that bright. I think it's mostly because this is way too transparent, plus the light is not bright enough. I think in the future they should make this less. They should make it in a more vibrant red instead of like a pinkish color. This would solve most of the issues. But overall, I really love how this looks, and generally love. Yeah, sorry for the wire streaking right here though, because this I put it in the light box and I can't really connect the battery inside the light box, so I have to stretch it out. So this caused the wire to stretch out a little. Okay, now I'm going to show you a few other poses which I consider badass. Alright, this pose is with the battle damaged pieces of Darth Vader. So I exchanged his helmet and also his chest plate, and I also turned the light functions on, and this also looks very cool. It just looks identical to the scene in the movie which he was just being hit by, it was just his helmet and chest plate, and also you can see his cloak right back here is all damaged by Obi-Wan Kenobi, and he was just very angry. He couldn't really he was just being hurt, so he couldn't really stand straight. He was using this position and sticking his hand out. It looks just very cool, and this is also one of my personal favorite poses as well. I turn the lights a bit dimmer, or like that you can see also the light effects which it also looks pretty awesome. And right, let's just turn it back on. Yeah, that's another pose which I really enjoy. When you look closer, you can also see his look with his eyes staring at us, and also half of his helmet right here. It's just very impressive, and I just really enjoy it. And now let's switch to some other, like another cooler pose, and that's gonna be all. Alright, here's a pose of Darth Vader, also holding his lightsaber with all his lights turned on, while holding the special edition accessory, which is like the hologram of Grand Inquisitor, and also in his undamaged form. And I think this is also a very badass pose, since all of his suits are just completely new, and he's just looking very dark, just very cool, very badass, and also holding that light projector, which is in a very beautifully colored blue, transparent blue, and I just really love this pose. And yeah, look, he's also standing on his display base, although I didn't turn it on this time. And yeah, this is also one of my favorite poses. Alright, one last pose, and we're gonna end the video. Alright, so this is the final pose of Darth Vader, which I made. Like, this is Darth Vader holding both of Reva's lightsaber, and it seems like he's ready to combat Reva. This is also, in my personal opinion, I think this is very cool pose, since, I mean, he's just in his undamaged form, with his undamaged helmet, undamaged chest plate, and also with the light functions on. It's just truly awesome, and I really enjoy the process of posing him. Like, I mean, with this helmet on, you can see from different angles, he just looks cool as well. And you get to see, look, even from the side, you get to see the amount of details they put in making this figure. And I really like it. And also, you can see Reva's lights pulling both of it in a position. He's about to fight. In the show, he just broke Reva's lightsaber into two pieces, and yeah, fought it like that. And after, I mean, let's just focus on the helmet, since I feel like this is an essential part about this figure. So after making a lot of poses and exchanging the helmet multiple times, I personally feel like both of the helmets have their own advantages. Just like saying this one, by posing this helmet, you get to see the amount of details, and I mean the beauty of this helmet, like the design of this helmet. It just looks very beautiful. Like, as I said, it's a combination of the helmets in a lot of movies, and I think it's better than the ones in most of them, even better than the one in Rogue One, because I personally feel like Rogue One, if this one is number one, Rogue One is number two. I personally love the design in Rogue One, and it just looks truly awesome. I mean, it just looks very cool, very badass. But despite how good it is, just look at this one. I think with this helmet, with two of them, if you want me to choose, there's no doubt I'm definitely going to choose this one if I'm going to for example, if I'm going to pose it, because despite how good this one is, I mean, just look at this helmet. I mean, look at so you can see this is part of it is the same as this one. Half of it, if you just look at this half, exactly the same as this one. But look at this part. I mean, it has half of Hayden. First of all, it has half of Hayden Christensen's head inside it, so you get to see the actor's face. Second, you get to see the details and the amount of effort they put into making these figures. Like, just look at the multiple layers inside this. How many layers? Like 1, 2, 3 layers right here, and 1 layer and 2 layers right here. And also you can get to see the actor's head. This, and I mean, look at the coloring, the brushes. I mean, the effect to show the effect being being teared down by a lightsaber, and it just looks truly awesome. And I mean, just look at the eyes, like the Sith yellow eyes, looking at him, staring at you from the dark, especially like this in the dark angle. He's staring at you with the Sith red eyes, with a creepy smile down right here, especially you're posing on the side, and his nose, he's just staring to the front. He looks just very bad, especially when you're posing, looking, facing his head a little bit down, looking at you on top, looking up top. It just looks so badass. I mean, with this one, I'm not saying this is bad, but with this helmet on, I think most people are going to agree with me. They're going to pose them in this way. unless they're just too, unless they're just they just enjoy this design of this too much, or they think this one is too creepy. They're probably gonna put them in this one. But to me, I definitely enjoyed this better. And this, I mean, it's beautifully crafted. Everything's in great shape, and see the wrinkles and things on his head. They're all beautifully designed. And yeah, okay, that's all for the figure itself. Conclusion: this figure is just probably one of the best I've ever had. It's much, I mean, throughout these unboxing videos, I really just saw like the amount of effort Hot Toys put into making these Star Wars figures. When they're making these Marvel figures, well, I think sometimes they would just really, sometimes they would just really not put a lot of effort into it. Like, perhaps they just made these Marvel figures to earn money, because sometimes if they could, for example, last time Loki, if they should have given 2 heads, just like this one. They should have given a regular version and a deluxe version. One of them includes 1 head, one other includes 2. They should have included 2. Like, the one without the helmet, it just doesn't look that good. But with the helmet, it just looks perfect. But this Vader, they just gave us 2 exchangeable ones. It's just, they just definitely put much more heart into making these Star Wars figures, and I think in the future I'm just gonna purchase, I'm gonna purchase more Star Wars ones rather than these Marvel ones, and they're just, so overall, this figure is like, it's just very good, it's very worth to buy, and it only cost a few $100s, so, it's not one of the most expensive ones in all, but, I mean, it's just, overall, like, the details are just excellent, and, yeah, definitely worth to buy. If I gotta rate it, like, from 1 to 10, I'm probably gonna give it, a 9.5, because this is, like, one of the best figures that I ever played, and there are rarely any parts that I found bad about this figure, that I found annoying in this figure. All of these are, like, advantages, and I enjoyed every second while posing and unboxing this figure. So that's all for today. If you're interested in some other, like, Marvel figures, or some other Star Wars figure, or some Hot Toys official store tour videos, you can go check it in my channel. You can find these videos, and I believe you're going to enjoy it a lot. So that's all for this figure, and I'll see you guys very soon in my next video. By the way, please consider like and subscribe if you enjoy watching, and see you guys later.